All right. Wow, that's loud. What up, though? All right, hold on, y'all. Keep me happy. Let me know what's going on with this with the Cowboys game. Y'all should see my headphones, man. Hold on. This is ridiculous. Headphones is ridiculous, bro. Hold on. This junk is crazy. I don't know how this happens. I mean, they are all wrapped up. I got Dan Campbell's press conference pulled. This is crazy. How does this happen? This is... Y'all should see these headphones. Can y'all see this? This junk is crazy, bro. I don't even know how this happens. I didn't even see this before I got started. That's how you know I'm not AI. God, this is crazy. There we go. Jesus. All right, let me plug these in. All right, I got to not have that happen again. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how that happens, man. All right. All right, y'all. We live with the post-game show. Let me know what's going on with the Cowboys game. I got my Glenn scroll on. I've got the press conference pulled up as well. Ready to pop off when it pops off. Let's go down here and make sure that we are ready to go. When that starts, we'll bring that in. All right, the Detroit Lions. You talking about belt to behind, bro. Destroy, absolutely obliterate the what's their name? The Chicago Bears. But before we do that, let's get right into the video. Let me fix the date. Man, oh man, it feels good to be back in the win column too. It feels absolutely fantastic. All right, so we got the 14th. Okay, let me make sure I got everything pulled up. All right, let's get into it. Nope, not that one. We got to go here. All right. In a game that absolutely needed to be won, the Detroit Lions, absolutely beat the brakes off of the Chicago Bears in a statement game, telling Benedict the Snake Johnson, tell me how that tastes. All right. In a game that they needed to win to avoid an 0-2 start and drop down to a 12% chance to make the playoffs since 1990. The Detroit Lions did not hold back anything. The handshake in the middle of the field was more than I would have liked to see, but it was a little bit of love there. Absolutely destroy the Chicago Bears. This was a win game all around. Defense stood tall, got 4 sacks on the day. Jared Goff throws 5 touchdowns, 3 to Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1 to Jamison Williams. The offense was flowing. I think John Morton came out with a statement game. I don't want to glaze over this win, but this is a game that we should have won, and we did win. Now it's going to be what happens next week. That is the key. Baltimore Ravens, we go there. This game was a game that we should have won, and not only did we win it, we won it handily. And this makes me excited in more ways than you can imagine. Not only does the narrative change about the Snake and can our offense perform without him, it absolutely can. I would like to see a little bit more running. I would like to see David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs on the field at the same time, but it is what it is. It's a work in progress. What a game, what a statement made by the Detroit Lions. Let's take a look at the stats. The Detroit Lions had 25 first downs to the Chicago Bears 19. Passing first downs 15 to 11. Rushing first downs 10 to 7. First downs from penalties 0 to the Bears 1. Third down efficiency. Lions got to get up. I don't know what that is, but we'll get that. We'll worry about that a little later. I don't even know where that came from. Let me see what that is, because that's going to bother me. Is it this one? Nope, it's not that one. Is it? It's one of these. It's one of them, but we'll worry about that. We'll get that off later. I didn't even know that was there. Well, at least you know what day it is, right? Yeah, I'll figure that out later. Third down efficiency. Lions, we did that one 7 for 13. Fourth down, the Lions were 1 for 1. The Chicago Bears were 0 for 2. It was fantastic. The stop, the total disrespect. Ben Johnson thought he was going to pick up where he left off, but boy, was he wrong. You don't got the same team, young punk. Total plays, 64 to 58. The Total yards, we had 511 to their 339. Total drives, we stepped it up from last week, 13 to 12 for us. That last drive for the Chicago Bears being the one that ended the game. Yards per play, 8.8. This might be one of the best offensive performance that we've seen in a very long time, even with the snake hit here. Passing, we had 334 to 205. Jared Goff was 23 for 28. To Caleb, 21 for 33. Yards per pass. Check this out. The man averaged almost 12 yards per pass. That is insane. That's the equivalent of a first down every single pass. That's insane. Interceptions thrown. Caleb with the 1 should have been more than that. And the Lions were able to sack Caleb Williams 4 times. Jared Goff stayed clean. So after 4 sacks given up last week, the Lions kept Goff upright. Rushing, we had 177. One of them was a big 52-yard gain or something like that with Jahmyr Gibbs. Rushing attempts 30 to their 27. They also had 134 yards rushing the football. Yards per rush, 5.9 to 5 for the Detroit Lions. Red zone, we were only 1 attempt. That is insane. Somebody do the math, man. This has got to be 83, 84% in the red zone. You talking about stepping the offense up? That's ridiculous. The Chicago Bears, 2 for 2. Lions played a very clean game, only had 3 penalties. One was on Brian Branch, the soft roughing the passer, which was complete garbage. And the Chicago Bears, what a sloppy, disgusting game they played. 8 penalties for 50 yards. As you can see, I cannot stand the Bears. Shout out to Word of Isaac as well. Forget the Bears, bro. Turnovers, 2 for the Chicago Bears. 1 fumble loss and 1 interception. Time of possession, 30. It was right up the middle. This is insane. There was only a 20-second difference between the two teams in time of possession. The Lions didn't need a lot of time to do what is happening, bro. Well, at least you know what day it is, right? That's crazy. I got to figure out what's going on there. But the Lions did what they needed to do. They came out and they avoid 0-2 and actually winning in week 2, I believe, since the first time since I think it was 2022 when we beat the Commanders. I think we've lost the previous couple of years in week 2. It was a great game all around. Davenport, how fitting. I believe in Davenport. Not really, this is sarcasm, but he came out, got the team's first sack of the season and kind of led the charge. Davenport, what a day he had, right? Got hurt before the sack, got hurt, came back in, got hurt on the sack, and now it's hurt again. I don't know what the severity is. They're going to probably say it's a shoulder. We'll find out. Brian Branch left the field as well, got kicked in the knee by a teammate. Friendly fire is something else. I'll tell you what, we saw with Aiden Hutchinson and Aleem McNeil last week. And that knee, man, that's a tough place to hit. But the Detroit Lions came out and they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Absolutely mauled the Bears and sent them back into the woods. Sent that punk Benedict Johnson back to the woods in which he belongs. And we will see them the last game of the season, snuffing their playoff hopes. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. I bought a bottle of 1942 for when he gets fired. I might buy another one for when they miss the playoffs. That's what we probably going to do. What a great game. Johnny Morton quieted everybody. Calvin Shepard, let's give him some credit as well. Coach, a really good game. Really good game. I was impressed what I saw with the Lions. The defensive line got 3 sacks. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. 4 on a day, 3 from the defensive line. Is Davenport, how hurt is he? I don't know. I will give him credit where credit is due. Started off the team. And how fitting is it that Marcus, I cannot stay healthy Davenport, leads the charge and essentially gets the team going when it comes to sack. Hutch got his first sack. Welcome back. You could see that he needed it mentally. He needed to get this sack mentally. You could see his game looks to have changed a little bit, not as free and carefree as he was before, keeping that body close. So shout out to the Detroit Lions. Played one of the best games that I've seen them play in a very long time, getting the victory 52-21. Defending the den and not losing 2 in a row again for almost 3 years. It has been 35 months since the Detroit Lions have lost 2 games in a row. The last time they lost 2 games in a row is when we were 1-6, and we surprisingly lost to the Miami Dolphins, who are spiraling out of control. Expect Mike McDaniel to be fired very, very soon. So give me your thoughts down in the comments below about the offense. Are you impressed? The defense, are you impressed? What stood out to you? I wish Jared Goff could have got 1 more touchdown to break to set a new career high. That would have been fantastic. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Listen, no real Lions fan right now should have a voice. So if you're listening to somebody with no voice, maybe you're listening to the wrong one. That's crazy. And now it's gone. Now it's gone. Now that I don't know. Oh, I know how that got there. I know what happened. I hit the wrong button and I got there. But we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the good news is we got the W. The bad news is the phone lines are not open. They're not going to be open today. I'm sorry about that. I am sorry about that. I didn't renew my credit card on file, man, and I didn't even know. Let me see. What up? What up? I missed the super chat. Braylon with the super chat says, Snake got defanged. Appreciate that, my boy. Appreciate that, man. So what are y'all thinking? What are you thinking right now? We need to start a petition to start Muhammad if they're not going to trade or sign someone. Why does the NFL show an overtime game on TV? I'm trying to watch the Eagles-Chiefs. What's going on with that game right now? What's happening with that game? I want the Cowboys to be on 2 so bad. Any word on Branch or Davenport? Kiera, no. We will get that word soon as the post-game show comes up from Dan Campbell. I got that pulled up right now. We'll do like we usually do. Hey, at least Davenport got hurt on a sack. Now what, Brad? Absolutely. Absolutely. Cowboys are punting. Thank you very much. So what did you guys think of the game, man? This game was imperative to get this win. It did so much for not only the team, the fan base. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I still think nothing has changed for me about Davenport. He's good for about 1 sack. You know what I'm saying? He got half a sack last year, so he has gotten more than his last year's total. All right. I give credit to where credit is due. He came in and did his thing. Started. I just think it's fitting. It's poetic, if you will, that this guy got the first sack of the entire team was Marcus Davenport. Domination from start to finish, absolutely. Davenport's shoulder injury questionable, says coach. So when Dan Campbell comes in, he'll tell us a little bit more about the severity of it. They usually have an update on what's going on there. It was good to see. Who else thought St. Brown was hurt? Bruh, I thought that he was hurt. Like when he went down, I thought he was hurt. Ben Johnson going to be working at McDonald's by the end of the season. Man, I would love to see that. I feel they regret being good on Smith. Duke says, as I predicted a blowout this morning. Interception, 3 sacks, and 1 big special teams return. I was 85% accurate. Man, I was looking for your stream earlier. Was like, nope, elevated. So they start hiding me, bro. So if you guys want to find me, if you want to know if I'm on, I will let you know. I'll be on for the next 2 weeks. The next game I will go to is the Cincinnati Bengals. Speaking of Cincinnati, I heard Joe Burrow went down. I want to face this team in full strength, but I'm not going to lie, bro. A hurt Joe Burrow makes this team a lot easier to face. That's for sure. I like rotating 3 DTs. I run 3 with Hutch. Brown play too much? Yes, he does. One Pride says, love the game, love what Goff and St. Brown connected was still amazing. How about Talik batting 2 balls now? Yeah, he looked good. I should have known I went to Gridiron. Oh, no wonder. Yeah. I'll be on Grid tonight. LOL, watch the media turn. Watch the media turn. Our win into Green Bay celebration. Just woke up and I'm happy to see, bro, unless you are in, you like, what are you in America? How you gonna miss the game? Thoughts on Davenport? Davenport is what Davenport is. He is. He's always been a guy that could make something happen if he stays healthy. And I mean, his story arc is insane. You get hurt, right? You come back in the game, you're already hurt. And everybody was like, oh, Hutch clipped him. He jumped over Hutchinson. Because I said during the live stream, I said, dude jumped over Hutch, so he should be good. So they're like, oh, he got clipped on the legs. I'm like, how? So then he comes in, he gets a sack, which is the first one on our team, and gets hurt getting a sack. Like, that is insane to me. Like, you can't write a different story than that. Isaac Tesla, what a catch. What a catch. Absolutely. What a catch, bro. Set that up. Insane. And I thought when he did the first down celebration, I'm like, dog, if you don't run back, if you don't take your butt back to the huddle. J-Mo was good. St. Brown, good. I am loving happy today. Absolutely. 100%. Hutch kind of got hurt on a dirty chop block. Yes, he did, Joey. Yes, he did, man. Ain't no way they still don't think we need another D to assemble more pressure because we need more than one dog on that line. You know what? You know what I love about this whole thing is that in my comment section right now, you guys are not impressed. Like, Davenport got a sack. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's me rubbing up on y'all or just what, but y'all are not convinced that Davenport is that guy. And I think even if he wouldn't have got hurt, y'all still wouldn't be convinced. We're just waiting on the Lions post-game show to start. I feel bad for Terrion Arnold. He had his first pick. I know. Terrion Arnold played a decent game today, only got the one penalty. Gave that not only did he cause a penalty that particular drive, Brian Branch negated a interception, and then the Bears scored off of that drive. Is Brian Branch okay? We do not know just yet. I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to play on Monday. We play Monday night. We are the last game on the week 3 docket. Monday night in Baltimore, game I was supposed to be at, but I'm not. I can't do it, bro. I can't. My knees was killing me driving. I've learned my lesson, but I will be driving to Cincinnati after we play the Browns. So I'll be here for the next 2 weeks. My boy Brian Branch showed out again. I thought that we always needed to pay Branch. I thought it was going to come down between Laporta and Campbell. For me, Lions are live right now. We're just waiting on Dan Campbell to get at the podium. Let me do a check real quick. Man, wait a minute. See, hold on. All right, so it's some sound coming from somewhere. Where's that coming from? Hold on.
It's like an extra point.
Okay, so okay, I know what it is. Why is this still? What are you talking about? Hold on. Where is it at? I minimized the, and now it's gone. Where is it at, bro? Oh, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad, bro, because this thing should not. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right, I found it. It was on a different tab. Okay. Okay, I found it. All right, so we're waiting on Dan Campbell to get in front of the podium. When he does, yeah, I got it pulled up. Now. Just waiting on him to get in front. It was, I still had the game stream open. It's about time for Brad to stop being cheap and get another pass rusher. Cowboys about to win. Dang. The dumb penalties get us every year, but Branch not a rookie. He needs to be held accountable. Hey, Razor, I agree with you. Man. He has been fined over $115,000 in his first 2 years. He got a fine last week, and he's going to get fined today for roughing the passer. Grassi seeing Sedarius in an Eagle uniform. Oh, yeah, we got to keep an eye on that as well. So the Detroit Lions had themselves a day, man. You said all 3 left at once? Oh, you said Gross seeing Zadarius Smith in the Eagles uniform. Dang, I know. I haven't even seen him yet. Man. So Dan Campbell will give us, he'll give us the update on everybody. Am I talking about Dion? What are you talking about? Either boys win, a field goal misses, and a tie. Dang, bro. Shout out to Russell Wilson, though. He played himself a game.
They did last.
All right, let me turn this down a little bit. Let me see. Morton 1, Benedict 0. I mean, we stuffed the ball down his throat, bro. Today was a great game. Today was like that game I wanted us to have against Stafford. You know what I'm saying? When we first played. Oh, Sean, they kept calling Branch Deion Branch. Really? How do you get that wrong? How do you get that wrong, man? I don't understand that. All right, here's Coach.
You know, we talked about, man, our communication being better, our fundamentals, our technique, and then winning our one-on-ones. And I'm pretty sure we did that on a consistent basis, and the tape's going to say that. So, you know, I knew the guys would respond. You know, that was good. It wasn't perfect. We left a lot out there, but that's a step in the right direction. It's good to get the first win, right? It's good to get the first win of the season. And, you know, we got explosives that we needed. St. Brown got us going. I thought Jared Goff played lights out. And more importantly, this offensive line played, I thought, a really, really good game, man. Protection, run game, they really got us going. And then defensively, man, we get the takeaways, 3 takeaways. It's huge. And 4th down stops. So it was just, man, you talk about complimentary football. We did that. And it's a good win. Questions?
You mentioned the offensive line, really both sides of the line this week.
Yep.
Really dominated. Just how impressed were you to have a bounce back like that and win both those matches up?
Well, I mean, I don't know if impressed is the right word. I expected us to do that, man. That goes back to our standards. Those are our standards. And I knew we would play better, you know, because our guys came into work and we knew what we needed to clean up, and we worked at cleaning it up. And they had the right look, and they came out fighting. That's what they do. So that's our O-line and D-line.
You mentioned the explosive plays on the 5 passes and 29 plus a couple long ones. Is it, I mean, as simple as when the offensive line plays well, this offense maybe is explosive?
Well, look, I'll just bring it. It always starts with the O-line here. You know, it does, and I would say probably most teams, but for sure us. And, you know, when they play well, you know, it really allows us to do a lot. You know, it allows us to do a lot. And, you know, that's a prideful unit. And there again, we had a couple of young guys in there that I thought played better. And they're only going to get better the more reps they get. So so that was good to see.
Dan, can you talk about now it's over with the dynamic of facing somebody who coached for you the first time in your career who becomes a head coach? And do you think that played at all in the motivation of the guys wanting to, you know, show him or stand up for you or whatever the case may be?
I mean, I don't know all that. I know this. That was a tough loss last week. That was tough. You know, we went out there. We expected to play much better than we did, you know, we didn't give ourselves a chance. You know, Green Bay got after us pretty good, and so I think more than anything that was a big part of it. You know, I think we answered a lot of questions as it pertains back to what you said. You know, I've said this all along, man. This train keeps rolling, man, and we got plenty here, and it always is going to start with the players. We got players, we got playmakers, and they're made the right way. They're the right kind of guys, man. They know how to get in the ditch and just start digging, man. They don't worry about the other stuff. So, you know, it's a good job.
Dan, were you and your team angry after last week? You said that really the motivation of how you guys played was in an orderly group this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, who wants to lose? We don't like losing, right? And it's one thing, look, a loss is a loss. They all stink. They hurt. But when you don't feel like you gave yourself a chance, that's even worse, you know, and we didn't even compete. It doesn't mean we didn't try to compete. We never got in a position to where we could compete to finish that game out last week. So I think, you know, to just get back on track, do what we need to do, you know, it was big.
You always say division games are like 2 games. Just the sense of urgency and mindset coming into this, like division game. What was that like as well? Just that sense of urgency.
Yeah, I mean, they are, you know, these are big games, you know, they count a lot. And these are the ones you got to get. So, you know, we knew that, but I honestly go back to it really, we made it as simple. I made it as simple as, man, let's just clean up the mess that we had last week. I mean, it's really not more than that. There's always going to be this, you know, we don't have the rhythm offensively because we lost Ben, or we're not as good because we lost AG, or this player leaves, or what, and ultimately it's, man, do you have the coaches? Yes. Do you have the players? Yes. We just got to clean a few things up. Man, let's make a better call here in this situation. That'll help the players. The players, man, it's the footwork, it's alignment, it's assignment, it's your finish, and it's really what we focused on.
It's one thing to say going into a game that takeaways will be a point of emphasis, but what is it about the defensive aggression, the scheme that allowed you guys to actually put that into motion?
Well, I just think there again, we play sticky coverage, we play sticky on the back end, and we do a lot in the front. Between our fronts and our backers, we give people a lot of different looks, and to do that, man, your guys got to be on point, and they got to be sound. I mean, Shep gives those guys a lot of leeway now, but that means they all got to be on the same page. But we're fortunate we got some bright guys that are football players, and so when you're able to do that, and you feel like you can, the opponent doesn't always know where it's coming from, and then you can play sticky on the back end, man, that's hard. All it takes is the quarterback holding it for just a tick, and you get there.
It's like you guys are a different team coming off a loss. You haven't lost 2 in a row in 3 years or whatever. Are you a different team after a loss?
I just think, look, you're motivated to get that taste out of your mouth. You just, look, you don't ever want to lose focus or not play your best game, but sometimes it happens. And for certain reasons, or you may play great game and at the wrong time you turn the ball over 2 or 3 times, right? No matter what it is, I think it refocuses you, right? There's a sense of urgency to just, man, let's go back to what we do, let's clean this up, and let's go get a win, because nobody likes it. We take it personal, and that's big.
Stand in front of you guys and talk about the bread and butter and getting back to bread and butter, and it may seem so simple, but to get back to that and then to see basically every offensive weapon you had explode, how much easier does it make your job standing in front of your guys again this week?
Well, yeah, I mean, those guys, look, man, those guys, those are our dudes, man. They, they just get out of their way sometimes and let them go. Listen, we're fortunate here, man. We got a stud at quarterback who can handle a ton of information, and can get us in the right play. He's pinpoint accurate, and he's got weapons. And our O-line's playing pretty good. And so, we find our rhythm. We get the first down, and good things normally happen. So it makes me feel a lot better on the sideline seeing that, to answer your question.
That's not just only going to be put into one-handed catch.
That's it. That's the only place to be used. What do we need here? We need a one-handed catch right before halftime. Get him in. I'd say that that's 2 opportunities, and he's made 2 plays. So he's going to get more opportunities.
The importance of getting that touchdown before you get to the locker room.
Yeah, that was big. That was big. We were able to apply a lot of pressure right before halftime, knowing they were getting the ball coming out. That was a big play. That was a big play. Now, that whole thing was, they waving him out, but then nobody's stopping the clock. So we were fortunate that we got an opportunity to do it. And I mean, Goff and Saint making a huge play. It was great. No.
Did you see Kirby's stumble bums celebration in the end zone?
Who's that?
Kirby's.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Take a look.
You tell me to look that up?
Yep, look it up.
All right.
Okay, so a couple things concern me. One thing concerned me. He was not asked about Davenport, but it is so good to see Coach smile, especially after last week, especially after chewing John out, who I didn't hear. I don't know if he's there, but I didn't hear a question from him. Brian Branch is actually coming to the podium. Jared Goff will be next, and then I heard him say Branch. Why did no one ask about Davenport? That's what I want to know. Usually if somebody gets hurt, they ask about him, so I'm not sure about that. But it's good to see Coach smile, because last week he was coming for everybody. The Lions, today was such a big game for so many reasons, man. Did Denny do something to her hair? Yes, it's darker. That works. That works for her. Anyway, I got distracted a little bit. So today was a big game. It was a big game for Johnny Morton. It was a big game for a coach. It was a big game for and I'm just focusing on the offense right now. It was a big game to go against our former offensive coordinator, especially coming off a week like last week where we just couldn't get in motion. We couldn't get in rhythm. Now, I will say this. Last week might be a reason that you play during the preseason, just a little bit, right? Because the Lions, when was the last time the Lions were 2-0? They haven't been 2-0 in a minute. Like, remember we were losing our opening game. We haven't been 2-0. Last year we lost 2 games. The year before that, we lost 5. And one of those games was in the first 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, the good news is we haven't lost 2 in a row in 3 years almost, and we seem to go on a tear. Now, the bad news is this is the worst schedule, the toughest schedule that we've had under Brad and Dan Campbell. It really is. I mean, the teams that we're going up against are all dogs. They all dogs. We got a gauntlet, man, and today was a huge, huge day. Anthony says, are there any injury updates that we know of? Not really. They did not ask about Davenport, which is a bit concerning. Usually somebody will ask coach about Davenport and then he'll give you a brief synopsis of what he knows. Tomorrow we should know more. We should know more about Davenport. Timothy in the building says, we contain, gives me hope for next week. Well, we've done that 2 weeks in a row, but Lamar is a different breed. He's a different breed, man. Frank Talks Money in the building says, Derek, stadium was loud as heck. I bet it was, man. I can't wait till next year when I become a season ticket holder. That should be awesome. We were 2-0 in 2019, if that counts. Yeah, that does count, Fave. So that's the last time we were 2-0. That's the last time. How about the play of Deion Branch today, bro? Molly, they've been clowning him all. I don't understand. How do you call Brian Branch Deion Branch? And you do it several different times. Once is okay, understandable. Everyone is just used to Davenport being on IR. Even to ask about him anymore. You know, that's a good point. Oliver, is he hurt that bad? We don't know. We don't know. He got hurt on the sack. He got hurt. He was like clinching. It looks like it was his left side. So we don't know. John says, D, I was there. That's what's up, bro. I know it was a blast. I think Davenport is okay, but the moment he got hurt a little bit, they decided not to risk making it possibly worse and letting him rest. That's a good point, maybe. Patriots lost? I thought he was trying to give props to Deion Sanders, but I don't know. Vilma said he's a big fan of Deion Branch. Yeah, Vilma, he's one of the guys I don't like. Mo looked good, at least better than Davenport. Yeah, he did. He did, man. He did. You know what? I think along with the 4 sacks, the best part of today was really Hutch. Like, I'm going to be real with you, man, because I understand that Hutch had to get over. And I think this sack was huge for him to get his confidence back. You can tell that he's missing it for sure. That's cool, man. The stadium is already cleared out, and they got like a young team, look like little kids practicing on the field. They said it was Davenport's shoulder. Yes, but we're just waiting to know the severity of it. What's prediction for Baltimore game? Honestly, I don't know. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets the player of the game. William with the donation. Appreciate you, my man. Says, I believe the Ravens game is going to be a shout out. Now, if they play like this against the Ravens, it will be a good thing moving forward. William, this game was about saving the season. Next game is about setting the tone because we were supposed to beat the Bears. We were supposed to destroy the Bears. Like, the Bears are who we thought they were. So what does that tell you about Minnesota, right? That the Lions, Green Bay to me is the only opposition. They really are. And their defense is what's going to win them games, right? Minnesota got essentially a rookie quarterback, and we saw the struggles of J.J. McCarthy. I mean, through a pick six, the whole 9. So the Lions are still that veteran team. Oh, it's still people there. The Lions are still that veteran team. Jamison Williams, 2 receptions, 108 yards. He had 54 yards, a 54-yard average, and his longest was 64 yards. I mean, you know what's crazy? We don't got to talk about paying this man anymore. He getting his money. He's showing out. Every time this is insane. Ravens secondary is definitely a weakness. Absolutely. I think he will make some more calls tomorrow for an edge, especially if Davenport ain't 100. But I'm not going to lie, bro. It was good. It was good to see. I was rooting for him. When he got hurt and went out, I was like, you better bring your butt out here. You better bring your butt back on this field, man. I'm still laughing at Goff's crowd leap. Man, that was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. That was the most pathetic thing. Somebody need to go to the and get him a crate. He in Detroit. We got crates everywhere. Isaac Tesla, 1 reception, 29 yards, average 29 yards. I still think we need, St. Brown was having himself a day. A day. Let's pull up the box score. I forgot to bring this up during the, they're giving Tesla to, oh my God, Tesla to play of the game. Oh, he caught himself. He did a little first down celebration, and then he caught himself and ran back to the brought it back. All right, so while we're waiting on, they might not even show Brian Branch, to be honest. So let's pull in some stats real quick, because we forgot to do this. I didn't do this. Jared Goff, what a phenomenal day. This is enough to get you in an MVP conversation. Will he be in there? I don't know. But it is enough to get you in the MVP conversation. 23, only 5 incompletions, no sacks, no INTs. This is the Goff that we know. This is the Goff that I know he can be, right? Shout out to Slow Town Trev. Appreciate that, bro. Jahmyr Gibbs, he was 6 yards shy of 100. What a difference a week makes. 1 touchdown. David Montgomery, great day. Khalif Raymond, it was good to see him get 1 catch. I'm actually surprised that, Khalif, I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't know what they're doing. He's not returning kicks. He's not returning punts. He's out there being a wide receiver, but they use him a lot for motion, but that's about it. Amon-Ra St. Brown. What a day he had. Okay, this is rushing. Where's passing? Okay, that was rushing. Look at this. The dude had 9 receptions, 115 yards. He gonna break 1,000 easy. Jamison Williams, this is where we at. Khalif Raymond, 1 catch for 14 yards. Sam Laporta was pretty much missing today. Brock Wright had more yards than he did. He had more yards than he did. So, today was a big day for a lot of reasons. It really was. Let me do this. And I don't know if they're going to bring Brian. The fact that he's taking the podium is good. That means that he's not that injured, but you can see him walking off the field. It's Davenport that I'm worried about. Smith just got a sack. Zadarius got a sack. Got a half sack. Okay, here's Jared Goff.
You can't survive without Ben or Sean McVay. You can't survive without Ben Johnson or Sean McVay. Today, man,
all it takes is 1 game, huh?
That's it.
Yeah, all right. I don't know.
Today you had a great game.
Nothing to say about that. We had a good day today, and we'd have to have a really long press conference if you wanted me to talk about that. But we had a great game, and I felt great out there today.
How important is Saint just to this offense?
Yeah, he's a stud. He's as good as they get in our league. He's a stud. He does everything in the run game, everything in the pass game. As reliable of a player I've ever thrown to in my life. We've got a pretty good chemistry going on now for our 5th year, and it's been fun.
How important is that part of it, though, just the chemistry part after 5 years? Is it almost getting to a point where you just know exactly where he's going to be, at what point, and how difficult is that on defense?
Yeah, it's hard on defense. And I even think we had the one in cut on 3rd down that, we're both kind of man, we got to connect on that, pushing each other in that way. Where Jalen Johnson makes a great play, and it's those are the ones where we're no, we need to take it even further. We push each other really hard, we do, and I thought it showed up really on that back shoulder ball to him. Just being able to trust that he knows what I'm thinking, and I know what he's thinking, and put it in a spot where only he can catch it, and then he makes the play, incredible catch, and it's a lot of work though. It is. We put a lot of work into it, and a lot of talk, and figuring those things out.
Jared, Dan talked about how the offensive line really is at the core of what this offense does and makes you guys go.
Yeah.
Can you kind of just, in layman terms, what is it that was more effective today that allowed you guys to do what you did?
Yeah, those guys really gelled. I think they did. And I think in particular, Tate and Mahogany as younger players kind of were able to get last week out of the way and kind of settle in a little bit today, and more Tate so than Mahogany had experienced last year. But
Yo, I gotta read this. Shout out to Lindsay Theory. Says Lions defensive. Ooh, Wow, Jadeveon Clowney just signed with the Cowboys. We weren't going to sign him anyway. We weren't going to sign him anyway. Lions defensive back Brian Branch says they felt betrayed that Ben Johnson stayed in division and went to Chicago, and that certainly provided additional motivation. He could have went anywhere else, but he got to see us again. Shout out to Brian Branch and the rest of them players, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
I thought Tate played great today. I haven't seen the tape, but at least in pass pro, I felt firm there. It felt firm. He felt strong. He felt like he was pushing downhill. It felt like he really settled in.
Hey, Anthony, how about that? How about that, bro? I didn't even see your comment. And yes, Zadarius got half a sack. His first game with the Eagles.
And the more reps those guys get, the more they'll settle in, hopefully, as time goes on. And you just want to keep those 5 on the field at the same time, and they'll keep getting better. Yeah, sure. Yeah, there was nothing disrespectful about it, though. I think we've got so much respect for him and know what type of coach he is. And we knew he'd have them ready to go and reared up and going. And sure, did he know some of our stuff? Maybe. But, you know, how does he get that communicated to the defense? I don't know. So there was some talk about that. But, no, man, I've got so much respect for him. He's done so much for me personally and our offense in years past that that'll never change.
How would you rate? I spoiled these fans here for so long, just with how you guys have been able to score. So when you don't score like that, naturally, people gonna overreact after the Green Bay game. But for you guys, speak about the urgency, man. Just this week, I just wanted, how was the urgency for you guys to just get it back on track, even for some of the new guys?
Yeah, man. It was important. I think it was important for us to play efficiently. You know, the points are going to come, the wins are going to come, but just to stay on schedule. I think on that first drive, I think we scored in 5 plays or something. I don't believe we had a third down. Maybe it was 3rd and short or something. That's what we want to kind of get going, that like big chunk play after big chunk play, big chunk run, and just staying on schedule. And then ultimately up front, they want to keep guys off me and limit the sacks and allow me to kind of spread the ball around, and that's playing efficiently. And I thought that showed up incredibly today, and it was good. And at the same time, I will say this though, I thought the first half we could have really opened it up there, and we didn't. And I thought that was a poor job by us. Our defense got us 3 turnovers, 2 in the 4th down stop. And we got 7 points out of that. It's not even close to good enough. And we were able to come out in the second half, play great, obviously. But that first half, there's still little things there, man, that we can clean up.
Tesla had another ridiculous catch today. How much trust do you get in him when he's going up and making a play every time he sees the ball like that?
Yeah, man, a lot. It really gains a lot of trust being able to put the ball kind of anywhere near him and see him come down with it. And that was part of why he was drafted here, is to be that type of player, and he's shown up, man. He really has, and gets better every week, and I'm sure his route tree is just going to continue to grow. I know we've hit the 2 go balls with him, but allowing him to run some different things as well and get the ball in his hands and see what he can do after the catch, all that stuff's coming for him. But yeah, he's certainly a deep threat, and those 50-50 balls are dangerous when he's out there.
Jared, you guys almost never lose 2 games in a row. You especially, I think it's like 11 times in a row. What happened? Is it anger? Is it focus? Is it what gets you guys riled up like that?
Yeah,
You in particular?
I think it's just I can only speak from my experience here. Like the want to respond, the want to like right a wrong and like fix things and do it better in practice, and the urgency to improve. I think that Dan's always talking about. Certainly early on in the year, it's just how can we get better every week. And sure, we lost the first week, and so we got better this week. We did. We got better in practice. We worked on certain things. We got better, and some of it showed up today. So yeah, it's just trying to find ways to respond. And I thought our defense played great as well and gave us a ton of opportunities, and we played as a full unit today.
A couple more guys until the celebration.
Me? Bad again, really bad. I know, really bad. I wanted to get up there because I've seen it for years now. I've wanted to get in the Lions leap zone. I'm like, all right, this is my chance, and bad. But I was waiting for someone to kind of help me out and like pull me up there, and I didn't get any help, and not good.
Just in layman's terms, all the explosive plays that you guys got today.
How many do we have?
I think there were 5 passes of like 29 plus, Gibbs had a couple runs. So just, you know, why they were there this week and maybe they weren't in the past, probably, you know, a lot of reasons, but just in your eyes, why and how important they are to, you know, distinctly.
They're very important. Yeah, they're very important, and I think we aim for like 6 to 8 maybe we aim for every week to get those explosives. I mean, you have 8 explosives, you're having a pretty good day. Why they were there this week and not last week? We executed better. We did. We got guys open. Guys caught the ball. I threw the ball better. We ran the ball better. We protected better. We did everything better. And I think that's kind of the gist of the whole thing. Like when we do it like we're supposed to, we've got such great players on the perimeter and guys I can distribute to. It should be explosive like it was today. But when we don't do things right, you know, it can bite us. But you know, it's a good lesson for us, and to stay on that kind of urgent improvement and do it again next week. You know, Baltimore's a great team, and got to find a way to get better again next week to beat them, because I don't know if that would have been enough for them. You know, certainly in the first half. And yeah, I know it's a long-winded answer, but finding ways to get better every week, and those help with those explosives.
Did you hear about Ben Johnson chance?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I thought that was he did a lot for us here, and I don't know if he deserved that.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
You know what, Jared? I love you, bro. But yes, Ben Johnson deserved it. The same way we chanting your name for old Matthew Stafford. Man, forget that, bro. Hey, forget Ben Johnson and forget Jared Goff in this moment. You mean you don't think he deserved that? He don't play for us no more, bro. He stayed in division. I roll with Brian Branch. I'm rolling with Brian Branch. What we talking about, bro? What you talking about? Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. No, bro. If we only do this to Baltimore, yes. Okay, so listen. Lions got to play the Cowboys. Jadeveon Clowney was never going to be signed by the Lions. The Lions have avoided him. Yannick Ngakoue. There are people that have been on the board forever, and I don't think that Brian Branch is actually going to get in front of the media. We'll see, because he's already been interviewed, so I don't know if he'll come to the podium. Jack Campbell had 3 solo tackles, 7 in total, and 1 fumble recovered. No, Jared Goff just said, somebody asked, did you hear the forget the F Ben Johnson? I'll use the word forget. He said he don't think he deserved that. Well, Jared, you're speaking for the minority, my brother, because Brian Branch said we ain't forget. And he's speaking for every Lions fan, period. Who cares what you did, bro? That's like, no, just like we chanting Jared Goff and we booed Matthew Stafford. I ain't hear you say nothing with Matthew Stafford. Come on, dog. You wasn't defending Stafford like that. Forget Ben Johnson, bro. What you talking about? What is you talking about, bro? What are my thoughts on Muhammad? Muhammad is Muhammad. I mean, he's been steady. Is he a game changer? No. Is he a game wrecker? No. No. I mean, is he better than Davenport? Probably. And I want to know what's up with Davenport. I have not seen an injury update. Boogie says, I messed with the first round pick. He had 2 batted down balls. Absolutely. I was worried about Taylor Decker, but he made it work. Thoughts on Davenport? Davenport is what he is. Ravens game going to be a shootout. It could. Hold on, I got to sneeze. Dirty Money says, I feel for Terrion. Yeah, I feel for him too. He's playing a much better. I mean, last year this time he had like 7 pass interference calls. So he got 1 on the season. Did he get one last week? I don't think he did, right? Thank you. Trade DJ Reader when Aleem McNeil comes back and get a DN. Listen, Carl Lawson is still available, but if the Lions have not signed you, they're not gonna sign you. Like they'll go get Bruce Irvin or something like that. They're not gonna sign you. Jadeveon Clowney is not. He was never going to be on this team. Man, ever since 6:33, the Ravens. I'm not saying anything. Yeah, Tease. Actually, man, I got invited. There's a lady who they did not. There's a lady who reached out to me. She wants to do a like a live stream. She's a content creator. The Lions did belt to butt on Bears. Absolutely. AD, those boos were loud in there. Absolutely. Y'all did y'all thing. All right, here's Hutch.
Having himself, Aiden Hutchinson, and Aiden, the home opener for the season. You guys get back to 1-1. First game back in front of these fans, man. What did it feel like for you?
Okay, that is coming from that.
Incredible. I want to say appreciate you guys for the support. It was a hell of a game. We'll see you guys soon.
Now, complimentary football, we talk about it all the time, Aiden. Your offense, they were
that
firing
is
on
loud.
all cylinders. Jared goes for over 330 yards, 4 touchdowns. What was it like to see the offense out there churning and burning?
Man, that looked great. Shout out the boys on offense for giving us some ops on defense. Hell of a game.
Fans, make some noise for number 97. Don't forget the House of Hutch collection. You can get it inside the
That shirt
Lions
is
Supply
fire.
right there. Go ahead and get number 97's merch.
All right, that shirt is fire. All right, so Hutch, to me, he's not the same. He's not the same. He seems a little different. Today was a big day for Aiden. It was big for his confidence. It was big for a lot of different things. Man, I'm sorry, man, but that hair, Danny got me in a trance. Danny Rogers got me in a trance, man. That hair is I love it. I love it. Yeah, that shirt is hard. I got scared for Hutch a second on the chop block, so did I. Kirby Joseph picking off his 18th career interception, has most interceptions in the NFL since 2022. Yeah, man. Listen, I wish that I could go to the game. I don't know if I can do. Man, Derek B. Moore is a good sporting environment, but city itself. Hey, listen, I'm from Detroit, bro. It can't be any worse. Hutch going to become his old self in a few weeks. I think so. That pass rush still looks suspect. Yes, it does. It 100% does. And you gotta also think about who we were up against, right? Caleb Williams was the most sacked quarterback in the NFL last year. You could see today he was holding the ball for much too long. I don't like the fact that, like, it took if this is not Caleb Williams, do we get those sacks? You understand what I'm saying? Because you could see he was holding on to the ball for much too long. The first quarter or so, we went 6 quarters with no sacks. We didn't even get the first sack until the third quarter. Now, let's string 2 together. Ever since that blowout last year, the Ravens gave us, I don't know if we're going to look like they can be stopped. And the game is in Baltimore. It's in Baltimore. We owe Johnny Morton a huge apology. We didn't drop 50 on the Bears with 4 years with Ben Johnson. Well, I'm not going to apologize to him. He needed to do what he needed to do. He avoided like 3 of them. Yeah, he did. But hey, avoiding a sack is not a sack though. Lions, you know what I'm saying? You got to get the dude to the ground. Hey D, y'all. Hey y'all, it's been over 400 watching. Let's get those likes up. Not excited to go to Baltimore. Jacob, you're going? All right. We got Brian Branch at the podium.
So, how y'all doing?
Just how important was that effort for your defense overall, coming off of last week, being able to generate some turnovers, get after the quarterback, just play really a better brand of football? How important was that today?
Very important. It showed us that we know what we're capable of doing. We know how good we are when we play, we execute what Coach Shep calls, and Coach Shep called a great ball game. And, you know, he put everybody in position to make plays, even though there were still plays that we missed out on, I missed out on. Just moving forward, we know what we reestablished our brand of football, and I feel like this was an important game.
Officially credited to you, but where you had forced 2 fumbles in the play before, that one with Rome in the middle of the field right there. Ever had to play like that before?
No, sir, I never had to play like that before.
What the importance of getting some of those takeaways for you guys and what you want to accomplish on defense?
It's huge. You know, in this league, that's what it's about, getting takeaways. Winning the turnover battle, and Coach Campbell and Coach Shep, all our coaches preaches that no matter what the offense is doing, defense got to force turnovers, and when we force turnovers, it gives our offense another chance to go score, and just giving them more opportunities. That's what we're supposed to do.
What was your argument there to the official on the roughing the passer one?
I feel like I don't get how that's roughing the passer where I'm jumping. And it wasn't even late to me. I'm coming down. It's not like I'm running full speed and I just bulldoze into him and he got rid of the ball. But he let go. I was already in the air and I just came down and he ducked. So, like, I don't know. I disagree with it, but I owe Terry on. You know, I took away his first career interception and I feel bad, but I'm going to give him one again. Yes, sir.
How much were you guys motivated about the coach on the other side, Ben Johnson?
Very motivated. We know coming into this game that this is personal. Really, all these games personals. But this one was just, we felt like we've been, betrayed from the staff to the players. And, we love Ben. We still love Ben. He's a great, coach. He's a great mastermind. But yeah, it was time to get out there.
You said you felt what? Did you say betrayed? Or
yeah.
That's a word? Okay. I wasn't.
Hey, who is that? Set your butt up, bro. What? Don't correct the man. He's a grown man. Who is this? Who was that? We all heard the man say betrayed it. You don't check a man in real time like that. Who left that comment? No, that wasn't John. Who was that? I heard him say betrayed it. Betrayed it ain't a word. Hey, I would slap that dude, bro. Who was that? Everybody heard him say betrayed it, which we know ain't a word. He got caught up. Let the man live.
Beyond that, just the motivation to after last week.
Hold
on. He's a great, coach. He's a great mastermind, but
that was Wojo. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that, bro. You asked him in private that mess. Betrayed it. You knew what he meant. Get your butt on the treadmill and shut up.
You said you felt what? Did you say betrayed? Or
you know what he said. You know what he said, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that. Everyone knew what he said. You get your butt, eat a salad.
Staying in division. Beyond that, just the motivation to, after last week's performance, I guess get this thing right.
You took a question to ask a correct pronunciation. Come on, dog. You knew what he meant. What did you say? Betrayed it? Is that a word?
We're now 1-1 in our division. All these games we better go on a stretch. And
man, I just don't like that. I don't like that. Ask the man a legit question. You knew what he meant. What are you, the word police? I don't like that, bro. You know how many words? He messed up a word. So what? You knew what he meant.
Game is going to be important.
I don't like that.
We got to it was a great win, but we got to move forward.
A lot more pressure, 4 sacks this week. Just when you guys are getting after the quarterback like you were today, just how much better of a defense are you guys?
A dominant defense. When we can generate pressure like that and, get the quarterback behind the sticks, it allows us to really...
Hey, betrayed it. Betrayed it dropping soon. Come on, dog. I just don't like that, bro. I don't like that. You knew what everybody heard him say betrayed it. I said to myself, B, that ain't a word. That's not a word. But to correct the man at the podium, get off take a one-on-one to the side to do that. He just got finished playing a football game, Wojo. Let me see what you got. Come on, dog. I don't like that.
Determine what they want to do. I feel like when they're behind the sticks, it's not too many plays they can run. So we playing our defense now when we get them behind the sticks.
The whole Ben betrayed things. That just because he went in division. I mean, did you expect him to take a job? Was there any?
That's above my pay grade.
I guess I'm at the root of it from your point of view in the locker room. Why you guys felt that way, or why you felt that way?
He could have went anywhere else, but he got to see us again. So.
Can you talk about the confidence that you guys did it grow as this game's going on for you guys as a defense? I mean, did the chatter get a little bit more cocky from you guys as the game's going on, or what was it like out there?
I wouldn't say that. I feel like, we just played our brand of football. It was no talking. We knew we had a chip on our shoulder coming into this game, and we wanted to dominate. And I feel like, in some areas we did, in some areas we didn't.
How fun is your role? How fun is your role in this defense? I mean, you had a sack, pressure, pass defend, a forced fumble. It seems like they allow you to play it all over the field. How fun is that? How much does that suit your game with just how they use you?
It's very fun. Knowing that they trust me doing different things, makes me just want to go harder and just wants to, help my team, whatever I can do to help my team win. That's what I'm here for.
Hearing you, Brian, did you guys come in kind of pissed off into this game?
Yes, sir.
Because of last week, or?
Man, he calling him sir. He calling these people sir. I'm still on it. I'm still stuck on that. You did not have to try to correct me in front of the public, bro. I just get off the football field. I'm probably lightheaded. I take hits in the head. I said betrayed it. So what? I don't like that, bro. I just don't like it. And I'm calling you sir. Come on, dog.
Or what?
Last week played a big factor into this too, because we felt like we shouldn't have lost that game, but you know, we knew it was at stake with this game. Another division game. Chicago is a great team. Ben is, like I said, Ben's a great coach, and you know, we gotta play these boys again. So each game is gonna be, we're gonna have a chip on our shoulder.
Ryan, Amik told us that Kirby masterminded the Stumble Bum celebration. Could you share with us how that came to be?
Honestly, I don't even know. He just told me be my running back, and when I seen him stumble, I was like, he doing what JG did last year. So I just ran up the field.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank y'all.
I just don't like that, bro. That's the end of the post-game show. I just don't like that. Like you had to stop. It was that important to you that you corrected him. You knew what he meant. I knew what he meant. I don't like that, bro. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. But trade it. How about you stop with the hot dogs, bro? Like, for real. No, what if he would have said, Woj, you work out? You do some cardio? I'm betrayed it. Look, I'll say it right when you get on a treadmill. Stop it, bro. Come on, man. Did he really have to do it? I know I'm stuck on it. But I'm sitting there. My dad was like, he was real. My wife is like that. If you, like, she'll say stuff. She'll correct you, but she ain't gonna do it to me. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Was it really that big of a deal? You got all these questions, and you want to know if I said betrayed it? Like you knew what he meant. Everyone in the chat knew what he meant. That bothers me, bro. You don't do stuff like that in public. You pull him over to the side and be like, yo, B, did you mean betrayed? Because you said betrayed. Hey, I'm not going, you just got off the football field running full speed at people. You know what? You want to work out? You want to can I go to the gym with you? You out of line, bro. Anyway, run it back. I don't know, man. That made me mad. That made me mad, bro. That made me mad. Was it that big of a deal? Yeah. So Brian Brent said the word betrayed it. No, the word doesn't exist. We knew, and y'all like, Derek, this is not a big deal. It is to me. It is to me, bro. You know, he said the word betrayed it. I'm saying to myself, B, that ain't a word, but I know what you mean. I'm not going to be like, B, what did you say? Betrayed it? I'm gonna pull you over to the side and be like, yo, hey, did you mean betrayed? You know the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Trying to make the dude look stupid. I don't like it. Hey, the word exists now. You're darn right it does. It does, man. It does. You trying to check me like, I just don't like that, bro. I don't like it. There's a time and place to do everything. You don't do that. I just don't like it. Because you knew what he meant, but you're trying to, what did you mean? Like, I gotta put that, maybe because he got to put it in text. All he has to do is correct it and say betrayed. They do it all the time. Anyway, I'm out of time, bro. I know he just signed with that happened like 20 minutes ago. Anyway, listen, enjoy Victory Monday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Kick it. Watch some football tonight. Oh my God, bro. I just don't like that. I don't like it because to me it was degrading. It was degrading. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make Brian look dumb. That's what I'm looking at. You're trying to make him look dumb. You could have put that in your title. You could have corrected that when you write your article. They do it all the time. Anyway, Lions got a big test next week. I'll be here for next week. I'll be here for the Browns. I will be at the Cincinnati game. No update on Davenport. Shout out to Darius Smith. Got half a sack pretty much right out the gate with the Eagles. Dan Campbell will have an update tomorrow for Davenport and anybody else that got injured. We'll see what's going on. Jadeveon Clowney signs with the Cowboys like right after their win against the New York Giants. The only one that's still on the table to me is Carl Lawson. Like Carl Lawson, 5 sacks last season. He's still not on the team. Somebody's going to pick him up. Lions probably won't do it. They are convinced that we have what it takes. Davenport, we don't even know, but even with Davenport, like Caleb Williams is an outlier. He held on to the ball more than any other quarterback last year. He still does that, right? And if this is any other, we'll see what happens with Lamar. I don't expect the Lions to make any moves this week for a pass rusher. It's not going to happen. I'm convinced Brad is contained with what we have. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like it, what they did. But anyway, stay tapped into the channel, man. I appreciate y'all for watching the post-game show. The NFL was hiding me today, so if I will be on for the next 2 weeks, all right? So if you are wondering if I'm on, I will be on for Monday Night Football. We will just search in. If you don't find me, I am on, okay? So come to the channel. Anyway, have a great Sunday, y'all. Enjoy the Lions win, and I will see you. If you're watching tonight's game, I'll be live on my other channel, all right? Enjoy the rest of the night. Go Lions. I don't like that, bro. And you know what? Maybe I was out of line with the treadmill comment. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I was out of line. I just don't like that. I don't like the fact, like, you knew what he was saying, bro. He said betrayed it. But come on, man. But guess what? Betrayed it shirt's coming soon. I'm going to put betrayed it. You knew what I meant. You knew what I meant. You knew I'm going to put betrayed it. You knew what I meant in parentheses. Come on, dog. And I'm going to be the first one to wear it. I don't like that. I do not like it. And yeah, it's that big of a deal that I'm still talking about it. You didn't have to do that. All right, y'all.